See, I don't need Snoop this low, but nigga talk about my motherfucking mama and stuff. I don't care how this shit go, you did. Yeah, how dare you talk about mamas? Yeah, your mama in the grave, yeah, dig her up, they put her under. By my mama, bitch, I'm on that, fuck the static, I want thunder. Then we ducking pressure, bitch, you ain't the only one with commas. Since you trolling, let's get petty. They send shots, bitch, we ready. Yeah, I seen the black and white, you call the police, tell the business, you can.
This is what I wanna say about this whole T.I. and his son King Harris beefing with 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent and I like T.I. His son, he a little crazy, little cray, King, but I think he's growing into himself, which is a good thing for him. I never seen 50 back down. I've 50 Cent blew up right after I came home from the Navy. Like I say, I said before, when I came home back to the South Side with my grandparents' house, and it was a radio. It was back when it was still radio stores, record shops. And I remember it was a record shop on 80, like right off 87th and Stony Island, and they had 50 Cent marketed on the window with the infamous poster where he it was like a gunshot bullet hole, and he had like his vest on, and it was like, damn, who is this dude? And then, you heard the radio. You was like, in the club. And first it was, I think, Window Shopper. And then In the Club came out. And then it was just hit after hit. And 50, Jay-Z told other rappers, he said, if you don't put your stuff out right now, it's going to be over for you for about 2 summers or more. Because basically that's what happened. Like 50 Cent came in and stole everybody's spotlight, like 2002. He came in and just he anybody that dropped, they was just, the album sales was not popping like that because he basically stole the spotlight. And he started, over the course of his career, he came in and started beefs because, well, he had a beef with the reason why they will never Ja Rule and 50 Cent will never get resolved their beef, because basically Ja Rule was with Murder Inc. and Murder Inc. Somebody, I think Irv Gotti, somebody associated with him or someone, has something to do with 50 Cent actually getting shot. And, that beef is eternal. Is once you get blood and bloodshed and get shot, get stabbed or whatever, it starts to turn physical. Ain't no going back from there, so that's why they beef. But he's beef with a lot of people and have humiliated a lot of people. He even, to be honest, he's probably ended careers as far as his beef with other rappers and other people and stuff like that. And I noticed something different. I'm like, well, I don't think that King understood what is actually, like, he didn't understand that it was gonna, I don't think he knew what was gonna happen or whatever, but obviously they found his soft spot, and that's most black men's soft spot, their mom. And he also found his weakness. And one of the things that I'll say, I obviously noticed about King was he is crazy as hell. And I just, it just something came to mind during this beef, and it's kind of related to astrology to a certain degree, or zodiacs, is that this guy it was just an inclination, because I do know a little bit about zodiacs. I'm not like some astrologer or whatever, or, anything like that, but I do know the characteristics of certain people, and I can't pinpoint to a certain degree what someone's sign is before I even look it up. If I have like some type of like inclination, it's been many times I looked it up and I was right. I remember when I was working with a guy, and right off the back, without him saying anything, I was like, "You a Capricorn, ain't you?" And he was and he had the look on his face. He was like a white dude from Romania. He was shocked, because I was like, okay, this dude is like about business, and he's very much into business and everything. He got like some type of car, like auto shop somewhere. He customizes like BMWs, and I was like, yeah, this dude is a Capricorn, and I was right, And with King, I was like, this guy must be a Virgo, and I looked it up, and I was like, sure as shit, he was. Virgo starts at August 23rd. I think King's birthday is August 25th. He's an August Virgo, which is kind of like, I would say, August Virgos are different than September Virgos. August Virgos are probably more crazy. My sister is an August Virgo, and she's a crazy one. I'll tell you a story where we used to get into it a lot. We used to fight a lot, and I had a BB gun on the table. Man, my sister grabbed, and she was older than me. She grabbed my BB gun on the table and shot it at me, and it just so happened, thankfully, she had like hit some glass jar and it exploded. And I think my mom grabbed the gun, or something happened or whatever. And I was like, God, dog, if that was a real gun, it'd have been the same outcome. She would have tried to shoot my ass. So I was like, it was just something that just compelled me to look up this man's zodiac. And I was like, yep, this dude's a Virgo. And I'm gonna tell you about, I haven't. It's been a while since I talked about zodiacs and stuff like that. I know some people don't believe in that and all that. Doesn't matter what you believe. You still got to go to work tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you believe something or not. It just is what it is. But the thing is like, I understand that logic of Virgos, because that's what I am. We are very psychotic and maniacs. Like we're a lot of us are psychomaniacs. Like we take things to an extreme that, like, we go into depth with things. Like, I said this on like a live stream, either the last live stream I did or a live stream a couple live streams ago. I said, Virgos have the ability to point a mirror at you and show you exactly how you look. Like, we can just basically just kind of damn near go into the dark depths of your soul, and kind of just get at your core. You really, if I had to get into it with anybody, I would not want it to be a Virgo. That'd be the last person, woman or man, that I would want to get into any type of beef or anything with, because basically they gonna cut at things that, is at the core of my being and my soul. And I already know, what I'm saying? Like, and that's what he did. That's, a lot of Virgos, it's very similar to, under the planet Mercury. We shared that planet with Geminis. Geminis are maniacs too. That's why they have that. That's where that maniac, that like megalomaniac type of person that just thinks way too deeply into it, just put a bunch of time into it to just really, really come at you. I to a certain degree, like this online world and stuff like that, like, people do come at people. I mean, obviously they both have the potential to actually meet in person and all of that. But most of it is online. And I hope it stays that way. But the thing is like, this is the first time I've ever seen 50 Cent get outmatched. I mean, like, I've seen him utterly destroy Ja Rule, decapitate Rick Ross. I mean, like, 50 Cent made a whole series and a porn tape with basically Rick Ross's basically baby mama. Like, he took her shopping. He was like, this was back when, early 2000s. So DVDs was still popular then. Like, there was like DVDs of, dude. It wasn't, I don't think it was him, but it was like somebody else, like, having sex with his baby mama. He was taking her shopping. I mean, like, it was really like secondhand embarrassment. Like, he really, really went to the core. 50, I believe, is a cancer. Okay. And they do have emotional, they have a lot of emotional ties and everything like that. But very sensitive to the thing is like, yeah, he's eaten up and he's chewed up and spit out so many people. And this is the first time. It's like watching someone for over 20 years, basically, and then you see they met their match. It's like, wow. And then you think, and it's the strangest of persons. Like, it's not, it's not some dude that's richer than him. It's not some dude that's more famous than he is. It's a dude that is basically a rapper's son. That I mean, I don't know if this is true, but if you notice, one of the things that I notice about King, you probably don't notice, he doesn't look like the other kids. All of the other kids kind of have a different look than how King looks. And allegedly, that might not be biologically T.I.'s son. It's been said or he's rumored to be fathered by, it's some like light-skinned dude that he was basically he was like some guy that deals with rappers, and he's like a PR man. He kind of deals with, like, if you're in a tough situation or if you beefing with dudes in the street, he'll come in and like help you out, kind of like make sure you good, bring some muscle with you and, kind of bodyguard, type of thing. So, like, I don't know that dude's name, but like, I think they said allegedly that's his son. He got with T.I.'s wife or whatever, Tiny, and had him. But I don't know. That's alleged. I don't, what I'm saying? T.I., that's between T.I. and Tiny. But I mean, that dude, man, he's pretty much got the core of 50 Cent, and 50 Cent said no mas. He backed off. They said he took off all of the content that he had regarding T.I. and Tiny and the back and forth. And in case you didn't know, if you've been hiding under a rock or whatever, 50 Cent's mom died at his like early age. Like he was like still in grammar school when his mom died. His mom was basically selling drugs on the street. She was running with crews. Something happened. She got murked. And 50 Cent had to go live with his grandma. And that's a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying? That's hitting deep trauma. You know what I'm saying? And that affected him real bad. That's like probably his worst moment in his life, because you got to think, like, even when your mom died when she get old, that shit hurts. But imagine if your mom died when you were in grammar school, when you just learned how to fucking tie your shoes and, write your, ABCs and learn, multiplication and division. Your mom just kicked the bucket. And then to make it so bad, like, I don't think his dad was in his life. I don't really think his dad was in his life either. So he ain't have nothing but his grandma, his grandparents that raised him. Like, I think his uncle or something. So that shit hit his, and then you gotta also imagine dealing with poverty, having to sell drugs to kind of have a better life and all of that. Like, it just, man, that shit, like, there was a lot of trauma involved with that. And I mean, dude tapped into that. Like, he done really, really tapped into that and gave 50 a taste of, some like bittersweet medicine. And I mean, I know people probably don't like to, I don't really have any, I don't talk about celebrity content and celebrity gossip, but when I see something that I, kind of have a thought about me, this is, something that, is kind of hit close to home to me. Cause I'm definitely a Virgo. And I used to get into fights with dudes because I used to get all in they motherfucking, like, man, just get all in they motherfucking stomach when it come to like beef and all of that. Cause like, I remember one dude I kind of grew up with. I think he still kind of feels some type of way about me, because I remember when we was beefing, or we was like going back and forth with each other. And I said, that's why your mama on fucking food stamps. Man, that dude was, man, he was motherfucking livid when I said that. I jumped the fence and I got out of Dodge. Man, we was never the same after that. I mean, like, we was like in high school, man. He never got over that. He was pissed off about that. And he was a Gemini too. I get like it's very easy, and we good at doing it. Virgo, we not the only ones that's good at doing it or that do that. But we just hit the softest spot that nobody really knows, like, but you really, like, it's like an interpersonal detail that it's just obviously right there, but we'll point it out. Like, we'll just fucking expose the most weakest point that you have about yourself and just throw it back at you like a fucking like a Goku fireball. And that shit hits. That shit hurts, women do that a lot. And that's why a lot of women end up in a bag or in an emergency room somewhere, or divorce court, because they be saying stuff they be getting into arguments where, it gets too personal. Like, you can't, like, what women do a lot is, and I know women like, damn, you You always find a way to throw some fucking shit about women into something. Like, it don't matter what, like, but I mean, just what some women do is like they will fucking, and black women are infamous for this. They will get in an argument with you, like, say fighting words. And what I mean by fighting words is they'll say things like they'll argue with you to the point where it's like someone on the street that they would have, like, you know, basically get in a fight about. Like you, and I used to tell this to, you know, I ain't gonna personalize this, but this used to happen. But I'm like, the logic behind it is stupid, because I can see you doing this to a complete stranger, but when you go to the extreme where you arguing and you kind of shooting the dozens at either your husband or your boyfriend or your baby daddy, whatever, to the point where you get way too personal and you dig way too deep. I mean, like, some women be talking about your mama, your dead mama, all kinds of shit. And then they want, see, the thing is their ambitions is not to end the relationship, but they're talking, they're arguing and you know, they want to argue and go back and forth with you, and then later come back with the hopes of continuing the relationship by, like, offering you some head or some sex. And it's like, no, you can't just say fighting words to someone that you supposed to be in a loving, long-term relationship with and act like everything is going to be fine. That's just not how that works. You can't expect to go to the extreme with someone and expect to have a long-lasting relationship. And a lot of women, especially black women, do not understand that shit. Like, you want to go way over in the deep, you know, and then, I mean, obviously, because a dude he can, you know, he understand, okay, well, if this is what you want, this is how you feel, then maybe we shouldn't be together. But 9 times out of 10, the woman still wants the relationship to continue after she done said all of these words and everything. And it's just really stupid. A lot of subprime women, you know, they do that and they think that they can say whatever they want to say, and then they want to continue the relationship. No, you want to continue the relationship. I mean, you after you said all of that, you know, I don't really want a relationship with you no more, you know. But, you know, they, you know, end up, you know, a lot of times, and I'll say even this, 9 times out of 10, chick just gonna, you know, suck you off real good and say that they sorry. And then, you know, eventually they gonna do the shit again. But, I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. I just had to point this out, like, as far as, you know, this is one for the ages, man. One for the books, as they say. Like, you know, King pretty much, he pretty much destroyed 50 Cent in real time. Like, I've never seen this before, you know, as far as, you know, 50 Cent and all of his beef going back and forth with others. This is definitely the first that I've seen where he actually backed down from someone.